Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, aka Sniper98. 98? Did I stutter? Probably. So, this is going to be the Dolphins log for the month of March 2022. Let's see. I think the first order of business is to go over all the operators that I managed to E2. I think sometime in the middle of February, I was looking through my roster. I was like, okay, obviously planning on planning out like, oh, like which operator should I take to E2? While there's not much going on, at least in the among my gotcha games. Like FGO didn't really have anything, because FGO's got its dead period right now. Because, well, if you play FGO, you understand why, or you'd know why. Girls Frontline, we had a major event, but thankfully it was pretty easy, all things considered. Even the ranking for that game, usually I would have to bust my balls for an entire afternoon / evening, but thankfully there was a way to cheese the ranking and still get a pretty high placing, so I just did that instead to save some time. So yeah, long story short, had some time to and some resources to farm for some promotion materials and whatnot. Almost called it ascension materials because FGO, bad habits. But as I was going through, I was like, wait a minute, I already have most of this shit, so the only limiting factors are XP and LMD. So I went ahead and mass promoted a big percentage of my 4 and 5 star operators. All the 6-star operators in the game that I have, which should be every single one of them, I already have at E2. Prior to this, there are some Passenger, I think, who aren't max level yet. Where's Passenger? Yeah, right here. Passenger's the only one, but every other 6-star in the game is already E2 level 90. But yeah, as you can see, my collection of bottom of E2 operators is quite long. Yeah. And with some more on the way, like Irene, if that's how I say his name properly, Bee Hunter, and the stragglers down here, 1 to 8 down here, and then include the 2 I mentioned on the left here somewhere, and we got 10. So I only have 10 more operators left to go who can go to E2. Everybody else is either 2, 3-star or lower, and we know the lower ops don't have E2s at all. Maybe in the future that'll change. Hopefully it does. But for now, that's how it is. So yeah, I only got literally, I just said the number, 10 more operators to go who aren't E2 yet. So that's quite nice. And yeah, right now CC is going on, as you can see here on the top right. So if you didn't know already, I'm sure you guys already do, but during CC, during every contingency contract event, all of your shit is open. If you look at here, or if you look in the daily supplies tab, everything is open. So that'll give me 2 weeks of freedom of being able to just farm literally whatever I want. LMD, which I need much more of, seeing that I'm only at what, 800k. And getting all of my operators not only to E2, but taking the next logical step of getting into level 80 or whatever the max level is at E2. That'll take a lot of money too, a lot of LMD, and not to mention fucking XP. And I don't got a lot. A few of the what are these called again? The tactical battle record. Yeah, because the highest tier is called strategic. That gives you 2k XP. So yeah, I've been having my bases, having a three factory setup where, 4 factory setup where 3 of them are producing battle records, and the 4th one is producing a LMD. However, I'm running low on LMD. So once that number hits below 100, I'm going to swap one of my XP making factories back over to LMD, and wait for my LMD stash to climb back up again, and then once it hits a comfortable number like 300 or 400, so I'll go back to having a triple factory setup where I have 3 factories making XP constantly, so on and so forth. So yeah, getting closer to my my goal of having a max leveled account. Or I should say a max leveled operator. Technically I already have a max level account because I'm already Doctor level 120, so correct choice of words is important. Yeah. Other than that, I've also been working on random, just not as hard as I was leveling operators, that's for sure. But I have been leveling random skills as well. Currently, I am working on, where is she? Zima's 2 skills. As you can see, I got her first skill to M3, and working on a second skill to M3 as well. The reason why I wanted to go for her first skill first was because during Chen Alters event, I think I explained this last month, maybe, I don't quite remember, but during the final annihilation like stage, where you need to kill like 400 enemies during that event, the very last mission, it turned out that a good strategy was to use the Vanguard on the bottom left corner to hold that lane by themselves, and just have them use their Vanguard standard, the class skill, the class Vanguard skill, which is the first one typically, where it's just they just constantly charge their skill, and once it's fully charged, they just give you deployment points automatically, like directly. So turned out that was actually what you need to do for that, because obviously Vanguards on that bottom left corner didn't really attack much. They attacked sometimes, but obviously not enough for them to not enough for for example Siege to constantly get her skill off and give you more deployment points that way. So yeah, that's why I got that skill leveled as well. But I mean, eventually I'm going to try to master every skill anyway, so that was going to happen at some point. I also mastered random skills like Cutter's second skill. I think I worked on Bibik's second skill as well, because they kind of fit the same niche. Cutter, Bibik, and Chen. I don't know if I showed off Plume's skills. I assume I did, but there you go, in case I haven't yet. Amiya's skills, got them both mastered. I forget if I mastered all of Chen's caster skills. Let me check real quick. Why do we need to go through this every single time? No, not quite. Still on whatever this is. So I guess I'll have to master this skill real quick. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that after my training station's done training Zima's skill to max. So yeah, keep you in touch with all the skills I'm leveling up, that I'm working on in the meantime. So yeah, that's really about it. I think I should probably remember to buy some of the furniture, because I have God knows how many furniture parts right now. But yeah, that should be it. I haven't really progressed in the main story very much, but that will have to change. That will have to change this month, because I believe Sayleech is going to be either our next 6-star op, our next new 6-star op, if I can speak English correctly, or one of our next ones. She's going to be here very soon, and apparently I believe she comes out with chapter 9. So if I want to keep up with that, and since Sayleech requires materials from chapter 9, I'm going to have to go through chapter 8 at some point. So I guess as soon as they make the announcement, I'll take a weekend to go through chapter 8 or something like that. In the meantime, CC's going on, in case you didn't know. And so yeah, I'll try to stream my week 1 Risk 18 run over the weekend or something, to try to get that rainbow medal. So yeah, that's really about it, I think, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, no, I think that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, boys, and we'll see you next month. Peace.